before running. He isn't seen actually firing, and if anything, the video just shows him retreating. But Houston police would confirm the man is a person of interest in the case. Police would also clarify they've yet to identify him, while No Jumpers, Poetic Flacco, and other YouTubers / fans quickly identified him as Migos bands.
Hey, bitch, you know what I came to do, Hey, bitch, you know the move.
What up, YouTube? You already know it's your boy, Mr. TG. Guwop, make your heart stop. You already know if he rock. Gee. And we back with another one. You already know. I've been gone. I've been sick. I ain't been feeling too well, but we back. It's a new month. I'm gonna be consistent. Every other day, y'all gonna get a video. I'm gonna keep dropping these bangers for y'all. We finna get into this Takeoff situation, man. It's unfortunate he lost his life. And yeah, man, these rappers getting killed, it's been like too many to count this year. Like, shit needs to stop for real. Just getting crazy. You already know, before we get into the video, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit me up on IG. Trying to grow my IG, get my IG up. I lost the last one. I need y'all help with that. Let's go ahead and get into the video.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, and I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on Takeoff from the Migos tragically losing his life after a triple shooting in Houston. Tuesday, November 1st, 2022. Within the city of Houston, a 911 operator would receive a call at 2:34 in the morning reporting gunshots.
Please want to check out 22B23 1212 Grand Plaza for discharging firearms. Discharging firearms or shooting, not sure which. Then just intel and Dallas. Color, gunshots, and people screaming.
Officers responded to the 810 Billiard Bowling Alley by downtown, locating a lifeless man on the 3rd floor of the building, just outside of the front door. He was identified as 28-year-old Kersnick Ball, and more commonly known as the Atlanta rapper Takeoff. Officers determined he'd been shot in the head, and Takeoff was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators would soon learn a 23-year-old male and 24-year-old female had also been shot, suffering non-life-threatening injuries as they were able to transport themselves to hospitals from the scene. The male would be identified as Joshua Washington, Quavo's assistant. Employees at the bowling alley would give statements to investigators, indicating the shooting occurred after a privately booked party at the bowling alley had ended. A large group of people had gathered at the front door area, which led to an argument followed by gunfire. The majority of those gathered, which investigators believe was roughly 40 people, fled the scene before police arrived, leaving investigators lacking information. But as the news of Takeoff being killed hit the internet, more information and videos would come to light. The Migos are and will always be a 3-man rap group, with Quavo, Takeoff, and Offset becoming superstars in the genre and solidifying their status as one of the greatest rap groups in recent hip-hop history. Originally from Lawrenceville, Georgia, the trio would be raised together by Quavo's mom, and all three were directly related, as Quavo is Takeoff's uncle and Offset is Quavo's cousin. But within the last year, Offset would seemingly distance himself from the group, and only weeks ago, Quavo, with Takeoff by his side, would clarify he wanted to move forward with the Migos as a 2-man group. A video posted to Quavo's Instagram story just before 10 p.m. would show him in a car with 3 other men, one of which was Jazz Prince, whose birthday had just passed. While no one is invincible and anything can happen at any time, it's only that much more harder to understand how Takeoff could have been killed when Quavo was next to one of Houston's most influential families, as Jazz Prince is one of 3 sons of Houston legend Jay Prince, the CEO of Rap-A-Lot Records. Gruesome videos of Quavo squatting by Takeoff's body would make their way around social media.
That shit was fucked up. Y'all didn't have to record that man like that. Y'all didn't have to do that man like that. He was dead. Y'all did not have to record him like that, bro. That shit was fucked up. I couldn't even watch the shit. Y'all did not have to record that man while he laid out like that. I feel like that was messed up. Y'all just did that shit for clout or whatever. y'all could have just kept that shit. Like, y'all could have said it happened, but y'all recording this man laid out on the ground and shit. Like, that was uncalled for. That shit was fucked up. And out of all the Migos, I feel like Takeoff was the chillest one. Like, the most laid back, quiet, didn't say too much, chill ass dude, bro. Like, this shit fucked up.
As Takeoff's head can be seen laying in a pool of blood. As with many murders, especially involving celebrities, it seems witnesses instinctively take out their phones and start recording. They also don't tell the police anything for fears of retaliation, but feel perfectly comfortable releasing information on social media and gaining clout from the situation.
Literally just said they only did that shit for clout. They didn't do it for no other reason. I'm gonna put it on social media. I ain't like didn't tell the police nothing. Put that shit on all. They gonna say everything that happened on social media. That shit fucked up, bro. That shit. They wrong for that. I knew it was some clout chasing ass bullshit.
Leaked text messages would reveal the narrative that Quavo was shooting dice and was losing badly. He'd get an attitude and become aggressive with a member of Mob Ties, a label founded and owned by Jazz Prince's brother, J. Prince Jr. The text would claim the Mob Ties member got on Quavo's ass before gunshots erupted, and that it was a member of Quavo's entourage who was firing wildly, accidentally shooting Takeoff in the head, who immediately dropped to the floor and died. The text would continue by saying Takeoff was the coolest, quietest one in the room the whole time, and didn't even know what was going on when he jumped up and got shot. The text would also read Houston is about to be a no-fly zone because Mob Ties is supposed to be protecting the artists. A woman who stated through Twitter that she was a witness can be seen in a photo standing next to Takeoff before the shooting. She would claim a joke about Quavo boxing in the ring became an argument when Quavo got offended. A video of Quavo arguing with another man would hit the internet, in which it seems Quavo, who was wearing the glittery shoes, throws a punch before gunfire immediately erupts.
Hold on, look. They know that, but they're not going to be disrespectful because they want it. I don't care about no basketball, bro. You just play basketball. You just saw me play basketball. Y'all niggas just in the gym. Play like that, bro. Don't play like that, bro.
Another video would surface showing the same argument but from a different angle, and a man holding a gun in his hand. As the fight erupts, he can be seen extending his arm before running. He isn't seen actually firing, and if anything, the video just shows him retreating. But Houston police would confirm the man is a person of interest in the case. Police would also clarify they've yet to identify him, while No Jumpers, Poetic Flacco, and other YouTubers / fans quickly identified him as Migos Bands, an associate.
Hey, y'all internet did some detectives. Because the police couldn't find out who it is, but the internet did. Quick as hell. Look, it's this nigga. Pointed them out and everything. And that was quick. Like, police didn't even know who this nigga was. We can't identify him. But the internet surely did. Y'all identified that nigga quick.
The Migos, who's rumored to be Quavo's cousin. A search of his name on YouTube brings up multiple videos, and Band's Instagram comments are flooded with trolls commenting on his aim for allegedly killing his own family.
Exactly.
A coroner report from the following day would detail that Takeoff was shot in the head and shot in his torso, in which the bullet traveled into his arm. What isn't known is if Takeoff was shot from behind or by somebody in front of him. When investigators were asked by the media if they believe Takeoff was targeted or killed accidentally, they declined to answer, but did say 2 firearms were used in the shooting. Another female witness would give an anonymous interview claiming everyone at the bowling alley was searched except for those associated with Mob Ties. She'd claimed the argument didn't even start at the bowling alley, but in the 5th ward between 9:30 and 10, which was around the same time Quavo posted a video of him and Jazz Prince riding through the 5th ward with a pistol in the center console.
Yeah, we sliding through the town, man. We sliding through the town.
Now we get down.
Got the birthday boy with me.
Yeah, also.
Yeah, we on the 5th. Yeah, the 5th ward.
While we may never know the exact details on what took place, Texas is a stand your ground.
Just imagine if you shot your own family member on accident. That's gonna eat that man up for real for the rest of his life. You killed your family member on accident. If that's true, it don't say if we don't know yet. Man.
State, meaning if you're in fear for your life or others around you, you can legally, lethally defend yourself and others. If it's true that Migos Bands was armed and fired shots, the fact that he was with multi-million-dollar artists and 2 members of their camp got shot seems to give an easy claim of standing his ground. If a bullet fired from his gun accidentally hit the wrong person or people, it's a mistake he'll regret for the rest of his life. But what we as a people need to understand is the majority of America is not trained to kill or trained to know how to react in these situations. While it's easy to judge a man and place blame when the hip-hop community loses a beloved artist, we as a people need to shift the focus on de-escalating these situations before they even happen. As many can agree on, Takeoff was one of the coolest, calmest rappers out, and was far from deserving such a violent death. One of the saddest aspects of what took place is the fact that Quavo and Takeoff may have not been on speaking terms with Offset, leaving a void in a brotherhood. But deep down, I'm sure they all knew the brotherly love they shared with each other. And hopefully Quavo and Offset will put their differences aside.
Hell yeah.
Rest in peace to Takeoff, and my condolences to his family. Now this is yet another tragic example of young, rich talent losing their life over a meaningless, avoidable argument.
Exactly.
I'm sure whatever was being argued about in that room wasn't worth dying over. But the thing is, everybody has the understanding and the fear that they need to protect themselves and arm themselves because of the possibility that whoever they're around is armed as well. They're not going around under the impression that everybody's willing to fight. Motherfuckers want to shoot. It's exactly what happened. If the Migos has armed, it means they obviously didn't feel 110% comfortable. They had to bring something, right?
Hell yeah.
And if other people were armed, it's the same exact thing. Now, I don't know if anything that happened could have been avoidable. People are saying it's Quavo's fault. People are saying it's Migos Band's fault. All I know is we can learn from this. All I know is multi-millionaires don't need to be involved in any dice game. If that's even what was actually happening. We don't know. We don't know how the argument came about.
Yeah.
But people are so instinctively trained to kill something. Not even trained on how to do it, but just the fact that they'll do it. The first reaction is to grab a gun. If Quavo punched dude in his shit, whoever it was, they pulled out, they started firing, and someone who shouldn't have lost their life lost it. It's a reminder to everybody, none of us are invincible. We all need to take the extra precaution to protect ourselves. We don't know how things are gonna play out. We don't know what's on someone else's mind. But this is a major L for the hip hop community. People have been speaking on Houston, wondering how something could have happened to them when they were tapped in with the Prince family. There's not too much I can say about that. Rest in peace to Takeoff. Like I said, my condolences to his family. My condolences to.
Yeah, man, this is tough, man. Y'all don't know if this could have been avoided. Like it could have just de-escalated or something. But dang, bro, he wasn't even in that. He ain't had nothing to do with that. He was just there. Got caught in the crossfire, man. That shit fucked up. He was the coolest, laid back one. I felt like he was the most slept on out of the group because Takeoff had some bars like on me, like he definitely was slept on out the group. I felt like. But man, my condolences go out to his family. You know, Quavo, Offset, everybody. This shit fucked up, man. It's too many. We lost a lot of rappers this year. And I think the only one that got shot and survived was Lil Tay. Well, Lil TJ. That I know of. That I think that I remember. But man, RP Takeoff. Man, I'm gonna end the video. I'll see y'all in the next one. On Chi.